Hi, my name is Mike Kohansky of Inverness, Illinois, and I'm here with my 1969 Z28 Le Mans Blue Camaro. I first fell in love with the Camaro when I was about 10 years old. I used to walk to Grand Automotive in Des Plaines, which was a big speed shop, and look at all the cars there. And on my way, there was a Union 76 gas station. The guy that worked there, his name was Skip, and he had a Le Mans Blue Z28 Camaro that I really fell in love with. After seeing Skip's car, I went home and told my mom that, hey, I really like that 69 Z28 Camaro and someday I'm going to own one. And 8 years later, that dream came true when I met a friend, Brian Anderson, and I wound up buying his car. After I bought the car, I started to fix little things here and there. I drove it for about 3 summers, but I really didn't have the money to do a proper restoration like I wanted to. So I decided that I would park it, and I parked it for about 25 years. About 2005, I started going to car shows with my wife and my kids, and my wife said, hey, you should really bring your car back and restore it. So I started thinking about that, and in 2008, I decided to do it. I took it out of storage and brought it home, took the whole car apart, and then I sent it up to the body shop where they could work on the body work. I had purchased in the meantime all GM sheet metal for the car. The only thing we used over was the roof, the firewall, and the doors. Everything else was replaced with original GM new old stock sheet metal. After that, I had worked on the sub-assemblies, rebuilt the engine, the transmission, the rear end, and the front subframe. Got all that completed with anticipation of the car coming home, which came home in April of 2010. After getting the car back, by June 1st, I had the car drivable. Then I started working on the interior. Spent the month of June working on that. Had the car completed by the end of June, and then I decided July 17th to take it to its first show up in Milwaukee. Originally, Z28s came with a 302 cubic inch engine. That's a real Z28. When I got the car, the original engine was long gone. So I had a 327 that I rebuilt and put in the car, and that's what I have in there right now. The car has the original Muncie transmission in it. It has the original rear end in it. It came with a 410 gear. I did change that to a 355 gear. It's just more streetable for long drives. The brakes on the car, the front end has disc brakes, which all Z28s came with. I did put Wilwood calipers on it. I have the original GM calipers. I just didn't want to get them rebuilt. And it has drum brakes in the back. The exhaust system is made by Dynatech. It's a complete system from headers to tailpipes. It's all stainless steel. The wheels on the car are made by American Racing. They're called a Daisy wheel, and it's one of the wheels that I wanted to put on the car when I originally bought it, but I never had the money to afford them. So I did go standard. It comes with a 15-inch, but they're 17-inch wheels. The interior of the car is dark blue, which is factory original. I did opt for the Comfort Weave seat covers over the standard vinyl seat covers, and that's something, if you wanted to go back for originality, you could change that back. One of the unique features about the car is an aftermarket Big Daddy Don Garlits tag. He was a big drag racer in the 70s, and when I was restoring the car, I talked to my kids and I said, hey guys, should I leave this in or should I take it out? And they said, no Dad, that's really cool, we got to leave it in. And I'm glad that I did, because I get a lot of comments from the old timers at the car shows. The car is finished off in its factory colors per the trim tag, which is Le Mans blue with the white stripes, and it matches Skip's car exactly. When I come out and I take the car cover off and I start the car up, it just takes me back to when I was 18. It's awesome. The big difference now, the car is all brand new. It drives fantastic. When I first bought it, it was all over the road, and now that the brakes will work great, the suspension works great. My son and I, we put 3,000 miles on the car this summer, and it's a great pleasure to drive. Oh, the car sounds awesome. Muscle cars, there's nothing like them nowadays. There's no comparison. It just makes you feel great. It's perfect. The car's perfect. Everything is brand new, everything is replaced, and I don't have any doubts about hopping in it and driving 1,000 miles. It's awesome.